Many ages ago, a great evil rose to threaten the fledgling kingdoms of men, until it was forced back down into the darkness by a group of legendary heroes. Now, centuries later, these mighty heroes sleep beneath the earth, entombed and forgotten, in the realm of the Cryptmaster.
Good. I'm calling to you from beyond the veil that separates the living and the dead. You're on the dead side. Now, how are you feeling? Oh, good. That's nice. Is there anything I can do to make you even more comfortable? Actually, I withdraw the question. I don't care. Now, move toward the light. Welcome to my crypt, or should I say, your crypt. Why don't you take a look around? These names look a little familiar, don't they? Let's get those rotten old brains of yours working. Why don't you try reading out the names on those pillars? Joro the warrior, that's you. Deadly sin, thief and assassin. As the melodious, renowned bard. Nyx, the sea witch, there you are. And now you have your names again. Let's move along. Now these chests contain objects I've long since forgotten. I expect you have too. But maybe, if we can remember what they were called, it will help to restore your memories of life. Now, Joro, I think this is something you used in your days as a warrior. Tell me what I should do to it to find out what it is.
Joro.
It's like a big metal shell, slightly larger than a human head. What shall I do now? It doesn't have any particular odor. What should we do with it? I think I've worn one of these many years ago. You put it on your head. What next? A helmet! Yes, Joro, this is your old helmet. Now let's move along through that door. You did like to hit the things, didn't you, Joro? Hell? Why did you say that? Bell? Can you see that somewhere? What are you talking about? Oh, look, more of your old junk. Oh, look, it's a thing. What shall I do now? It's sort of rectangular, something you can hold in your hands. What shall I do now? Ooh, it has that lovely old paper smell. Do you know what I mean? What are we going to do with it? The book? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Ooh, this little fellow looks strangely familiar. What shall I do with it? It smells of musk and sewers. Now what? It's hairy and wriggly. What now? We've tried that sort of thing, but all right. It's hairy and wriggly. What will we do with it? Hat. It's not one of those, no. What shall I do now? A rat. Yes, that's what it's called. Oh, look, a toad man. Let's see if you remember how to fight. Up ahead is the Eye Stone, an ancient sentinel designed to imprison the restless dead. To pass beneath his perilous gaze, you may need to retrieve my Soul Stone. It's pointy. It doesn't have any particular odor. It's long and thin, sort of fluffy at one end, nasty at the other. Ah, yes, an arrow. impressive here. What should we do now? It's hard and, it's rather sharp. What next? It's long and kind of cross-shaped. What shall I do with it? Yes, a sword. Ha ha, lovely. I think that's Agda over there to the right. Don't tell her I'm here. We don't get along. Oh, look, that's the same symbol as the one on the altar. Maybe we have to deal with Agda. What's this flimsy thing? What next? It's a thin sheet of paper, covered on one side with little drawings and snippets of writing. What will we do with it? Feels like paper. Now what? I beg your pardon? Tab? What a strange thing to say. What should we do with it? Oh, it has that lovely old paper smell. Do you know what I mean? What shall I do with it? Aha! Yes, a map.
Welcome, travelers. Approach, approach. Welcome, friends, to the altar of purity. Leave your troubles behind and step for a moment into the bliss of my ardent but entirely platonic embrace. Soothe yourselves in the... oh, wait. This isn't right. You're not even alive, are you? I don't mean to be rude, but this altar is dedicated to Shalia, the goddess of life, which means it's for the living only. So, don't come any closer, please. Thank you.
She's right that a healing altar like this won't ordinarily work for you. But perhaps, if you were to desecrate it somehow, what will you do? Yes, these healing gods hate violence. Fight, fight, fight.
In the name of all that is pure and peaceful, I'll rip your bony head off!
The source of my dark power. Isn't it lovely? Or would you like to touch it?
Nice.
Good, because you're going to. You see, if we're going to the surface, which we are, I'll need you to carry this for me, because I don't have a physical body. You didn't think I wanted you for your brains, did you? Now, will you pick it up?
Nice.
Splendid! Now we are bound together for all eternity. Or until you die again, whichever comes first. Now, the Soul Stone needs souls to feed it. Outside of my crypt, we'll need to keep it charged with the vitality of living creatures to sustain ourselves. Why don't you look on the walls and see if you can scrape up any bugs to start us off? rather thought you'd sound better than that, Maz. I suppose you haven't used your vocal cords in a while.
Hold, travelers, no dead may pass. Are you dead? You could be lying to me. If you are really alive, then tell me, what was the last piece of fruit you ate? A nice crisp apple, eh? But I have one more question. If you are truly a living person, this should be an easy one. Tell me, how would you describe the sun? Yes, it is in fact very hot. You are indeed one of the living. You may pass.
Stupid eye stone. It thinks it's so clever. Oh, this is a big one. Now, what should we do now? It's a large, flat piece of metal in a sort of oval shape. Now what? Smooth and very hard. Now what are we going to do with it? It doesn't really smell of anything. What next? Yes, a lovely big shield. Just like yours, Joro. Well, now you've shaken the worms out of your old carcasses, the real fun can begin. You see, the Soul Stone has been growing in power lately. That's how I was able to resurrect the four of you. And not only that, but it seems to be drawn to the surface. You'd like to go to the surface, wouldn't you? Well, you're very lucky I chose you to accompany me. We've been kept in the dark for a very long time. Whatever is up there now has forgotten us entirely. I've heard rumors of a thriving city far above our heads, full of delicious life, ripe for the attention of a seasoned necromancer. What's the first thing you're going to do when we get there? Oh, you're so predictable. Look, I wrote down the answer I knew you were going to give. Now, the higher we get, the more your memories will begin to return. As well as remembering useful things you can do, you'll also begin to remember people and scenes from those distant days when you were alive and didn't look like table scraps. That will be fun, won't it? Oh, we're almost there.